I'm back with a little different approach this time. I'm going to give you 5 Telecaster players that I think you should check out.
Look at this old guitar you've been squeaking on. I bet you saw this thing in the music store and bought it just because you thought it was beat up. Well, you got it all wrong. Muddy Waters invented electricity.
Probably the most influential invention in guitar history was born in Leo Fender's workshop sometime around the 50s. This guitar and its many iterations, plus the amplifier of course, launched more than a handful of legendary musicians. Here's a list of 5 amazing Telecaster players, by no means exhaustive. It's just a rundown of my favorite 5 Telecaster players. Some of these may seem obvious and others a little more obscure, and some even not especially well known for playing the Telecaster exclusively. A man that is at least partially responsible for the movie Crossroads, the great Arlen Roth. He was the poor soul tasked with teaching our beloved Karate Kid how to play the guitar for this fine film. A true master of the Telecaster as he is known, Arlen fell in love with the Telecaster in his early days playing country music. He went on to produce many of the Hot Licks videos that many of us grew up with. Also an accomplished slide player as well as a chicken picker, Arlen consistently pays tribute to his hero Roy Buchanan, also worth checking out. No list of Telecaster greats would be complete without including the legendary Keith Richards. His own longevity matching the guitar of his choice, it only takes a few notes of a Stones classic to make a man of any age want to pick up and play the Telecaster. From the classic riffs to just noodling around backstage, he almost always has a Telecaster in his hands. A quote from Keith sums it up quite nicely. "Give me a Fender Telecaster and I can make it sound like pretty much anything." Certainly not of the Rolling Stones stature, but one of my lesser known favorites, Daniel Donato. I've mentioned Daniel before in my 5 albums list of Cosmic Country. You can check out his playing all over YouTube, and I would highly recommend catching him live if you have the chance. A virtuoso to be sure, but also just as capable playing with the requisite style and taste of a player twice to 3 times his age. Emanating from the same farm system as Daniel Donato, Robert's Western World in Nashville, brings us J.D. Simo. J.D. is another player with a reverence for the things that are old and vintage and just seem to work. In this clip, he sticks to a country flavor well suited to the Telecaster, but he's just as capable across multiple genres, and very well worth checking out. Now, it would be easy to make a list of famous Fender Telecaster players and only focus on blues or country or even rock and roll. But my personal fandom would stand in the way of me making any list of famous Telecaster players without mentioning the great Prince Rogers Nelson. Although he's well known for the cymbal guitar as well as the cloud guitar from the Purple Rain era, his finest work was always done on a Telecaster variant made by Mad Cat and Hofner. He will always be a Telecaster player first, in my eyes anyway. Thanks for checking out this list of my favorite Telecaster players. I hope you'll check out some other videos as well.